Hey there, welcome back to another video in this series where we are creating a simple UI dashboard in Figma. In the previous video, we created text styles, and now we will apply text variables to those styles. If you want to use this file, you may find it in the description. So, we created 6 heading styles and 3 body text styles. It doesn't matter the naming convention, you can use your own names. So you may find it here on the right hand side, the styles that we created in the previous video. And here in our playground we have the hero section for desktop version, and lately in this video we will create the mobile version that you will understand how having text variables will simplify your work. So if I click here in this title and look at here typography, I have already the H1 bold selected in my text styles. And if I click in this edit style, you may see these properties. And right now you can connect multiple typography properties like typeface, weight, font size, line height, letter spacing, paragraph spacing. But for this tutorial, I'll focus on typeface, font size, and font weight, because to make things pretty simple, we will just change those 3. So to apply the variables here, we need first to create the variables. So if I click outside of my frame and go to local variables, it will open this model. And here in the 3 dots, we can go create a new collection, and we may call it typography. Next, we need to establish a few groups. So we will create a typeface family, a font size, and a font weight. So here I can click create variable, string, and I will type typeface, which will be the group name, family, heading. And here I will call it Inter because it's the font I'm using here. And this is very important to stick with the name of the font, because in the future, if you want to change, you need to put the correct font name. Then let's add a new variable, string, and call it body text. And it's also Inter. And move it, just click and drag inside of typeface family. Next, let's move on to weight variables. So click on typeface and let's create a string variable and call it regular. And here the value will be also regular. And as you can see, I'm using here on the right hand side bold, regular, medium weights, but usually you also have these in numbers. So 700, 600, 500, it depends. So to keep it clear, and plus the naming convention is easier to understand if we use regular, medium, and bold, I will use it like this for this tutorial also. So regular, now let's create the medium. Here's also medium, and then bold. I can copy and paste it here. Okay, now I can select everything, right click, new group with selection, and call it weight. And at last, the font size. So let's go here to typeface, and for this case we will use numbers. And as you can see here, I have different sizes. So I have 9 different sizes, and let's start with small. So small one is 10 pixels. Then I can simply duplicate this variable, call it medium, then duplicate. I will fast forward this part. There you go. So now select everything and create another group, call it size. So now our variables are all created for our typeface. So next step is to apply the variables to our styles. So here in the right hand side, select H1 bold, and here I will select the typeface, and I have this icon to apply variable, and I will select the adding variable. Here, instead of bold, let's apply the variable weight bold. And here, instead of 61, let's select the 6XL. So then we need to apply the same for everything. So I will back again, fast forward this part. And there you go. I know that this must be very tedious to do, but in the long run, it will be very, very helpful. So all our variables are associated to the styles. So if I click now here, you may see that my H1 bold has already all the variables selected. So if I now go to my local variables and select the typeface, so for example here, instead of having inter, let's say that I change to Playfair display. You see that all my headings change to Playfair display. And for example, if I switch the Excel, instead of 61, put it 90, just hit enter, look how increased it was. So this is the potential of this using this tool. So now you ask, okay, if I want to make it responsive. So here, let's go to size. And here in this plus icon, you have modes. And this one, I will call it desktop. And this one, I will call it mobile. And since I already know where I can change, I will, because this title is the 6XL, I will change it to 39. And then the other one being used is this one. So instead of 25, it will be 16 pixels. And now I can close this one. And here, if I select the frame and I can go to this, I can apply variable mode, typography, and by default, it's auto desktop. So I will select desktop and nothing changes because this is everything settled for desktop. But if I go here and add a new frame, so let me add here a mobile frame and copy my text here inside. Okay, and let me just adapt here a bit. So you see that it's being used, it's selected the H1 bold 61, which is the same as we are using here in the desktop. But if I select now here the frame and go again to apply variable mode, and by default it's desktop, and if I change to mobile, look at it, it's already updated to the new values we added. Of course, this is very rough. I didn't create auto layouts and adjust the margins, but as you can see here, the H1, it's now in the mode of in the mobile mode. And that's it. I hope you find this video helpful. And in the next video, we will talk about grids and layouts. And if you found this series helpful, please subscribe and leave a like and a comment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.